When you
So,
were doing when you were doing the bodyguard thing with Sean and he was working Scott, were you still traveling together even though you were involved in that angle?
oh yeah,
So there was no sorry, Matt Bourne, there was no moratorium on baby faces and heels.
there was, but Shawn Michaels, I mean, basically, got called into the office and they told Shawn that he couldn't ride, and he said, "Motherfucking, if I'm gonna be on the road for 320 days a year, you don't tell me who the fuck I'm gonna spend my time with."
Oh, so they did address it.
Yeah, it was addressed.
Was it Vince?
Yep.
All right. So that could have been the first. Was that the first power play? Was that the first missive sent from the Kliq that you can't tell us who to ride with? There
I
would be many impromptu meetings with Vince and the Kliq after that, but was that the first one maybe?
I wasn't, I mean, I wasn't there for the meeting. It was between Vince and Shawn, and,
But he was representing you guys kind of
yeah,
by
I
saying, "Don't
mean, it
tell
was
us who to
just
ride
but
with."
we always left the building and, would put whoever, like, Scott would put a pillowcase over his head in the back seat, and they go, "Razor, Razor!" And he go, "I'm not Razor." And later on, it was the Kid. It was like, when Kid was working with Scott, "I'm not the Kid."
How
So,
would he leave the gold on? Like he'd have the fucking
yeah, no,
pillowcase,
I
but all
mean,
the gold is on his
yeah, it didn't
neck?
matter. Yeah, no, it was just it was just to piss the guys off. The guys like, "Look at them." I remember one time we were overseas and Bam Bam got up front. We got back. We were in Newark, had some meeting for at a television. Probably I think we were in White Plains, and he said, "Hey man, it's really killing us, that the Kliq is all getting on the same bus and they're not getting on heel and babyface buses. The Kliq's just breaking kayfabe and getting on the same bus." Scott stood up and he goes, he said, because, people are following us from town to town. And Scott gets up and goes, "Hey, dumb fuck. If they're following us from town to town, it means they're seeing the same fucking match every night. So I think they, A, know it's a work, B, they know we're fucking buddies, because when we get back, that same group of marks are following us to the next hotel, to the bar, and seeing the five of us drink. Well, four of us. Paul didn't drink. But, you know, hanging around and partying." I said, and Scott was like, "Come on." And that was another one of those things where they just kind of just went like,
So did the office say anything about you guys being together at the bars afterwards?
"No."
No. What was your best match against Scott?
Against Scott? I thought we had a hell of a match psychology-wise at, Halloween Havoc when he was doing the drinking angle. I thought we had
Oh.
that. I think psychology-wise, I thought that told a pretty strong story.
So now the order of you guys coming together, the Kliq, it would have been Sean in '88 with Marty, right, from the AWA, and then
Right?
Scott 92. He does Diamond Studded WCW, and then 92 he's in WWE. You were 93?
Uh-huh.
Pac was 93 too, but after you, I think.
Yeah, we were real close.
And then, well, obviously Hunter was like 95 or something, but
Yeah.
so how long after you guys come in there? Well, you come in 93, Scott's already there. How long after that do you start traveling with him?
My first road trip, um, when I first came, I went and saw Vince. I went to Vince's house and I met everybody and, met Pat Patterson and met JJ and Pritchard, and we were all sitting around the pool, and, um, basically they just said, "Hey, you're gonna go to Albany tonight. You're gonna be with Shawn Michaels. You're gonna screw Marty Jannetty, and, he's gonna become the IC champ, and, they're gonna take you." And next thing you know, I was in a car on my way to Albany and, in some tracksuit that I ended up wearing for like 3 or 4 days. But, we did that Raw, And then the next week when I came back to start, like, the 23-day, tour, um, Scott was with us. And Scott and, was not working with Sean at the time, so the 3 of us were together. And then eventually, Sean got away from Marty and went into the Scott with Scott, the Razor Ramon angle, and God, I mean, the 3 of us between Razor, Diesel, and Shawn Michaels, the 3 of us worked for that IC belt for probably 2 years. One of us having it, and either me on the outside or Shawn on the outside or